If the office shuts down, we'll
Looks like your brother's not here in the guild.
Nope, he's in the loot boxes. Tried to get that dude today and
The
failed.
demon spirit has been sealed in the... Click the button to open... Click the demon sacrifice button. Click to offer to demons. Great! Now you can dominate the demon's power as... Click the button to the next interface. Click here to add the demon. Click here to take Mina. Click here to equip it. Looks great! Now you got Mino's power.
Hey, what's up, Claymore and Lightside? I re-rolled. I'm trying to get Beowulf before the beta ends. I exhausted like every single possible free resource on the main file. I want to try to get Beowulf before the beta ends because I cleared all the content already. So I'm just rushing through. Try to get the pity from here, and then put everything else in the gold books. That's the plan. I don't really have anything left to do on the main file. Pretty much cleared everything. I cleared the story.
Would you like to have a drink? Hey, Dante,
Finishing the story
wait
won't give me that many more. I wish I could just use the cash shot. They're only charging, well, it's like $4 for the Beowulf, but I can't use it because I don't have a passport. So, I'm stuck with the free-to-play struggle. Actually, I could do this, huh? Oh, no. There's not much reading in this game. The only reading is pretty much just on the stats, the affixes you can get on the weapons. Other than that, there's really not anything. So I'll probably just stay on the Chinese server for this if it does get localized at some point. I don't see a reason not to. Alright, cool, there's another 100. Alright, let's try once right now. Let's try to get... I don't really care about Virgil, I'm trying to just get the Beowulf. That's all I'm really trying to get right now. Nothing. Zilch. I wish I knew somebody who had a passport. I would just give them money to load up my account. Be like, here, just go on the account and load up the money, I'll pay you. I really want to try the Beowulf before the beta ends, but the game just doesn't want to give it to me. If I finish the story again, I should have enough to get the pity at least. Pity will help. I'm hoping that when they put this on the main release, that as an overseas foreigner, I can use the cash shop. I really don't want to play this game free. I would much rather just cough up $4 for the weapon. It's pretty rare for a
You have
service
to be
game
more
to
careful.
even let you do
Chance
that
of
in the first
finally you're
place. Like, I did the exchange rate for these, it's actually pretty nice.
Branch tasks are available. Click the branch task panel. There are various There are a
Unfortunately, I don't really have any Chinese friends. Well, I have a few, but I, like, barely talk to them anymore, so... I don't even know how the logistics of that would work. I guess I could just, like, PayPal them the money. Unless they make an account or something. If it comes to that, I will. I'm sure there's somebody in my community that will let me do that. I would tip them, too. I really don't have any other way to get diamonds on my the main server. I basically have exhausted all of it. If I went through the story again and I got every star on every level, I would have like maybe 2 more rolls and like maybe like 5 more of the green books. It's not worth it. Better to just re-roll.
Click it to lock on target manually.
Sucks having no moves. All I have is like Stinger. Should invest in some attack power, get through this faster. Don't have any books to learn the moves. I think I'll do that actually. Hasn't given me anything good. Gave me a legendary for Lady, but I don't really care about playing Lady on this release of it. Wait until full release. Alright, 2 more books. 2 more books. I don't even care about getting a legendary Beowulf. I just want the regular one so I can try it out. Because you can't try out the moveset until you get a copy of the weapon. It has to be any copy of it. It could be just a regular purple tier. Which is nice. but the game just refuses to give me one, so... I'm managing my free currency a lot better this time, though, so... I have a higher chance of getting it this time. Gonna give me nothing again, huh? Come on. I don't care, even an epic tier, I'll take it. Fuck. At least that's 2 more to the pity pile. Probably gonna work on this today. I don't really have anything else to play right now. Next major thing to play is the 30XX update in 2 days.
You have to be more careful. Dante, you're back.
It's Kingdom Hearts 3 tonight. I kind of wanted to try that game, but it's $60 and I don't have $60 right now. Maybe if I get an Oil Prince donation, I'll check that out tonight. Okay, so... I got 15 books. Yeah, it's buff power. Buff the shit out of this. Alright. Health. Let's see, can I even get Royal Guard right now? I don't think it's really worth investing in that. Yeah, I didn't get the mail reward thing for the extra books. It should make it pretty easy to just get through this, though. Alright. Actually, I need to learn one more. Hold on. Did not like that. Why did it not take that? I don't think they're going to port this to consoles. It'd be a dream if they did. The fact that they're supporting the emulator natively is already pretty cool. And it does have native controller support on mobile. So, playing on the touchscreen is like pretty much for masochists only. I mean, if you're playing a service game where you can spend money on microtransactions, surely you can afford a controller.
Hold a party without inviting me.
Make it about as painless as possible to use a controller. Especially if you're already into DMC in the first place, chances are you have a controller already that the game can pick up. It already supports all native controllers. Basically no reason to play this on controller. Not on controller. Because this is made for a market where they just barely got past the inability to have consoles. Because in China, consoles were banned for many years. It wasn't until recently that the PS4 came out over there. And I think this game is a cool idea. It's cool to have like a character action service game. It's something I've always wanted personally. I think it's an awesome concept. It's a really good game so far. It's just mostly the progression and some of the HP sponge enemies really hold it back. Yeah. Yeah, they just recently got like the PS4 and the Switch over there. They're really far behind because of stupid politics stuff.
There's something different.
I appreciate this game's not dumbed down, though. This is a legit character action game. It's not like your standard mobile game where they take something like this and they make it like a turn-based auto battler with no gameplay. This is a legit DMC game. I didn't like Rockman X Dive. I tried that game. I didn't like the gameplay. It felt really awkward, jerky. Well, I'm not into that stuff. I'm in it for the gameplay. Platforming felt really awful in that game, and the combat didn't feel good either. I tried it for a couple hours, and then I tried it again, and it like wiped my account got soft locked because of the tutorial.
Hiding inside.
I couldn't skip the damn tutorial. I couldn't play anymore. Just like, screw this game. Didn't feel like a Mega Man game to me. It felt like just those generic phone games that have like semi-decent gameplay. Not as good as anything else you'd want to play though. Maybe it's changed. I mean, it's been a long time since I played it, to be fair. When I played it, I wasn't very impressed. Now my controls are all messed up. God damn it. Ugh. To do all that again. It doesn't natively pick up the controller on emulator. I hope that's something they fix. I'm still using the keyboard the touchscreen emulation. Takes forever to get back in the game too. Typical modern game fashion. They can't just get you back in the game quicker. You gotta go through all these load screens. I could just use the damn cash shop, but I talked to their support and like, oh, you need a passport to do that. I'm like, why the hell do I need a passport? Why can't I just use like a prepaid card or something? I spent hours trying to get it to work and basically just came out blank. It's like stupid. Why can't I just play it like the other foreign games? Just load up a cash cart and be done with it. Why the fuck do I need a passport? I don't have any money to travel. Shouldn't need a passport to cash in the game. What sucks about this being a Chinese game? I wish it was a Japanese-made game. That way, it would just support Google Play. Because that's how I play Tales from the Base. That just supports Google Play, so I don't have to do anything stupid. But because of all that dumb political crap in China, it's a real hassle to play this as a foreigner. It's definitely a legit DMC game if you can do like aerial enemy step loops like that. I gotta go through all this again because it didn't save. Can't skip the cutscenes. It's like only a couple of cutscenes they let you skip. Most of them they make you watch. So I'm just trying to get through this as fast as possible. Especially since I have like no moves, so it's kind of boring.
There's something different.
Yep, let me skip the cutscene, please.
This wall.
Skip.
Something's hiding inside.
You need to use your coin that you had in DMC2, which was always the same side. It was the same side on both ends of it. You need to use that to let me get the Beowulf, dude. You're starting to piss me off, man. I can't get your brother or the Beowulf, any kind of the Beowulf. You just, like, will not give it to me. It's frustrating. This wouldn't be a problem if I could just use the stupid cash shot. Like, everything is banned in China, so you can't use stuff you expect to, like, play. I would have just bought the damn thing by now. It's only like $4. Why can't you skip the cutscenes? I've already played through this like 3 times. Just skip it. Every cutscene in every game should be skippable. Taste of Blood remix is pretty good.
Is this the key?
I get it, I get it.
Church
Can I skip the
doodads seem
cutscene,
to mean
please?
something.
It really slows you down trying to get through this quickly. The enemies are dying pretty quickly, but I have like no moves. I really just want to check out the moveset. And then probably just like not play this anymore because I've already exhausted all the content. I cleared the main story. I got pretty far in the Bloody Palace. Yeah, I exhausted almost all my free resources, so I'm not really gonna get to try Virgil or anything else. Yeah, they have a couple original songs in here that are pretty good. There's lots of new moves, too. There aren't that many weapons in the game right now, but they all have new moves. The version of Rebellion in this game is awesome. It has a lot of stuff he doesn't even have in DMC5. They take a lot of liberties with this, which I think is awesome. It's not just the same thing.
Striking the Wheel of Vortex to hit demons will...
Had to bring this back, though. No one likes these things. Gyro Blade from 4. Like, Agni and Rudra in this game is, like, completely different from how it is in 3.
I need to
It's a
find
very,
something to break it.
aerial-focused weapon in this game. From what I played, anyway, the only weapons I haven't tried with Dante is, the Kalina Ann and the Beowulf. I've tried every other weapon that he has right now. The Agni and Rudra is, like, massively different from how it is in 3. One of the best, aerial weapons in the game, both for juggling and for doing damage on small hitbox bosses like Phantom and stuff.
Let's have some fun here.
There's not a minimum jump height in this game. You can only jump in one height. You pretty much always jump at the apex. So having a weapon that's good at aerial combat is pretty nice. I hate these things. They're so annoying. Hello, Faye. Alright, you're gonna get the enemy step treatment because you're annoying. That's the kind of gameplay mechanic that never gets old. Just enemy step spamming.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you can't short jump in this game. It's not like a platformer, like where you can just tap the button and get a smaller jump. So it's a lot harder to do like JC enemy step stuff in this game. That's one of the things that makes Agni and Rudra pretty good, is that the hitboxes on its aerial moves are pretty generous. So even if it's like a small or short hitbox character like Phantom, you can still do some damage on them in the air. That is one thing that feels a little bit awkward. Like, say if the enemy's like at about Dante's height, for me to enemy step off it, I have to wait all the way until about that distance. You can see me, if you look at my controller little thing I have in the lower right hand corner of the stream, you can see I'm just tapping the button and he always jumps the same height. So it's not like your standard jump you're used to where you can tap in and get like a shorter one and you have to hold it to an apex. He will always go the same height every time. That's one weakness that the Rebellion has in this game compared to other games in the series. It's a lot harder to enemy step off stuff. That might change when I get more moves though, but on my decked out file I didn't have anything I could really use. You can use Rainstorm though, you can use that and JC like right when you're doing them. It'll take some adjusting though. For a mobile game, yes. Combat's really not that much worse than the mainline games. There are some things I like about this game better, actually. The simplified control scheme. The simplified control scheme is a lot easier on my hands, and it's not particularly dumbed down. Especially if you played 5 with like a regular full custom on. You only use like 2 weapons. It's not that they're complicated, they're needlessly complicated, and they're very painful on the hands, and they're hard for people who don't have full functionality in their hands. You're seeing the stuff I'm doing. This game's not dumbed down at all, really. It's really not dumbed down. I think they did an impressive job actually making a good game on this platform, and not just... No, we're just gonna take Dante and put him in a auto battler with flash animation. And put Lady in a bikini and make like millions of dollars. These guys are actually putting an effort to... make a good game on this platform, which most people are not willing to do. Any chance of it being localized? I don't know. I probably will just play on this server, to be honest. And get all the updates faster and stuff. There's really not much reading involved in this game. There's nothing that just pointing my phone at the screen with Google Translate doesn't fix. Wait, where did you hear that Ninja Gaiden Collection doesn't run at 60 FPS on Switch? Where did they say that? Not even base PS4? Do you have proof of that? Or is that just something you found? Is that like an official announcement?
What's that smell? Dog?
Is that like an official announcement from somewhere, or what? I haven't heard anything about it myself. Okay, well, you're jumping the gun there, then, dude. No, you can't. Yeah, it's a nightmare to sign up for as a foreigner. It's not easy to set this game up, and I didn't do any shady stuff to set this up either. I actually used my personal information, but I had to talk to their support to get the identity verification done. It was not easy for me to do this. I know people have found an easier way, but apparently I did it the hard way. But I was really desperate to play this. Yeah, I verified with my own stuff. The site that this is on accepts overseas verification, so I just sent them my ID. I didn't want to do any shady stuff. No shady stuff here. I used exactly what my real info. I wouldn't call it luck, I'd call it willpower and determination. The first day this came out, I spent like all day trying to get it to work. It's not easy, but it was worth it. And I'll be able to use this account when the full release comes out too, so I won't have to do it again, basically. Maybe they won't have those restrictions next time, though. Come on, give me Beowulf. Dude, this game is freaking trolling the shit out of me right now. Does not want to give me Beowulf. How many more days are left of the open beta? Like, I think like 2 full days. Not much. That's why I'm doing this little soft reroll right now. Yep, got trolled again. Okay, I got some books, so let's grab something else here. There's a couple things that are really important to have. Oh, I know what I need. I need that, that grouping move. Yeah, this. Perfect. That's a really good thing to have. It's like your main, one of your best utility moves.
You have to be more careful.
Dante, are you all right?
Enchantment function has been... Click to enter the weapons workshop. Inscriptions and magic. Now, let's try... Reforge succeed.
It'd be hilarious if the base PS4 can't even run old-ass games like that
The
at
office
60
shuts
FPS.
down.
So, any...
Be better to get that on PC anyway. It's probably going to be a lot of gameplay mods for that. I'm I'm almost certain that that game is going to have awesome gameplay mods. Probably like universal dash cancels and shit like that. That's going to be pretty cool.
If the office shuts down, we'll have to sleep on the street.
Well, it's a Koei Tecmo game. Their stuff never gets steeply discounted. They are a sharp difference from Bandai Namco, where their games are out for like 8 months and you can buy them for like nothing. You're gonna be waiting forever, pretty much. Better off getting it on PC at launch. They never steeply discount their stuff. Very rarely. Dynasty Warriors 8 on PC is like almost never on sale. Think about how old that game is now. Close to a decade old. Yeah, it's like almost never on sale. And then the DLC for it is even on sale much more sparingly. I remember doing a couple daily videos where I just told people like, hey, the DLC for Dynasty Warriors 8 is on sale. It almost never is. The Switch version of Dynasty Warriors 8 actually comes with all the DLC, which I was shocked because they gave me a review key for that, and I'm like, okay, how much DLC do I have to buy? Oh, it literally includes everything. And if you can get past the fact that the frame rate's not locked at 60 FPS all the time, the Switch version is actually the best version. Because you think about how much DLC that game has, the fact that it comes with all of it. Like, if you're really fiending to play that game again, if you have a Switch, then it's best to just play it on that version. Dynasty Warriors 8 has like $300 in DLC or some shit like that. Just emulate games at this point, honestly. I don't consider emulating games that you can't buy anymore to be piracy. One thing if you know, Cyberpunk 2077 comes out, you pirate it the day it comes out. Like, yes, that's piracy. But if it's like a 15-year-old game you can't buy anymore, you're not really pirating anything. It's more like you're playing the game the only way you can. People get a little bit too self-conscious with emulating stuff. You know, I love to buy games legally when I can. I would love to still buy my old games and stuff, but they're not available anymore, so the only option I have is to emulate. It's the company's responsibility to make the game legally available on an evergreen platform like PC. And if they can't be bothered to do that, we shouldn't be denied access to the game. I mean, we're gonna lose thousands of games in July. There's thousands of games on PSP, PS3, and Vita, and they're all gonna be gone in the summer. You're not gonna be able to legally buy those games. And if you buy them used, the company's not making any money off them anyway. You're lining the pockets of another random person. You're not actually supporting the company. If you want to support the company, then support their recent releases and go buy those legally. If it's something you literally can't buy anymore, I don't really see the issue. That's why I've been emulating, like, Dreamcast stuff. You know, I can't buy those games anymore. Sure, I can go buy a Dreamcast, but it'll probably break down in, like, a year. But, it's like, is Sega getting any of that money? No. A used game store or some random person on Facebook Marketplace is getting the money. Not the people who made the game. I love when old games get legally ported, but a lot of my favorite games aren't like that. A lot of the stuff I play on my kitty sitting streams, can't buy those games legally anymore. Guilty Gear Judgment, for example, that got taken off the, that got delisted like 8 years ago. You can't buy that game legally anymore. And even if you could, it would be gone in about 4 months. I'm not gonna deny myself from playing one of my favorite old retro games. Just because they won't sell it anymore. I think people don't realize a really small percentage of games get preserved, and most of them don't. You know, yes, you're going to be able to buy, like, Skyrim and, like, Street Fighter and Mega Man games and Mario Brothers until you die, but a lot of stuff that isn't, like, you know, surefire hits is not going to get sold. You definitely have a right to play it. You know, I have the Mega Man Zero collection. Like, that collection is actually better than the ROMs. It's better than emulating it because it has no input lag. And they included all the extra features. Like, hey, that's worth my money. Especially since they put it on PC. So, I'm gonna have that for the rest of my life, pretty much. I'm totally cool with buying something like that. They put the effort in and they preserved the game. But a lot of their other stuff does not get that kind of treatment. I've never liked Battle Network, but you can't play those games legally right now either. Those games are pretty much lost to time at this point. Like, the Mega Man X collection was garbage, because it had so much input lag. But now that I legally bought it, it's like, hey, if I want to play those games, I can just emulate them. I supported the official release. But the Mega Man Zero collection actually did a really good job, so... I don't feel like I ever really have to emulate those games again. What's up, bro? I think the Tales series is a perfect example of how poor preservation is in this medium. Like, Tales is so much harder to play as a new player than something like Final Fantasy. You know, Final Fantasy, they have, like, pretty much every mainline game on there. Yes, they're missing, like, spin-offs and shit, but, like, just the the mainline games, the numerical ones, are all on Steam, so they're always going to be preserved. But like with Tales, there's really... After the PlayStation Store shuts down, there's only going to be like... What, like three titles available legally? Yeah, the clone drama is really pissing me off. It's not the fact that there's clones, it's the fact that we waited 7 years for clones that's the problem. And they cut the roster in half and they still don't have unique movesets. That's just... I don't think people should accept that. Yes, it's probably still going to be a fun game, but... It's the fact that we've already been put through the ringer with Muso games lately. You know, Warriors Orochi 4 felt very half-finished. Dynasty Warriors 9 had all the clones and all the drama around it and stuff. Then Age of Calamity is actually a pretty legit good game, but it runs like garbage. It's barely playable. Muso games have not been at a good spot lately. You can't really accuse people of not wanting to accept the fact that they run poorly and the games haven't been very good lately. You know, they're a business. They need to make things that we want to buy, and if we don't, we have the right to complain. The only way you can really do anything about that is to just not buy the game. You know, just wait until they put out a game that you like, and then buy that. Stupid that people are so accepting of the clones. They're not realizing it's the principle of the fact that they cut the roster in half, and they still don't have unique movesets in the game. Like, that's what the actual problem is. Like, if you're going to sacrifice that many characters, every character should have a unique moveset. But the issue is they don't. And people have a right to speak up about things they don't like, especially when it's a business transaction. That's what buying a game is, it's a business transaction. They don't make something you like, you have the right to complain about it. They're not providing the service that you want. Especially since Muso games have been in a really shitty spot these past few years. That's why I don't really play Muso that much right now. There just isn't anything going on. It's not that I hate Muso games. I'm not abandoning the people that only watch me for Muso games. I'm cool. I kind of accept it. I kind of accept that, you know, people come to me for one thing. They come for me for Muso games, and that's it. I'm cool with that, but I don't feel really inclined to play them right now, because there's nothing going on at the moment. It's a really dry period. I think Samurai Warriors 5 will probably still turn out to be a good game. It seems like the Season Pass is going to make everybody unique. It's just the principle of cutting the roster in half, and then selling them back as DLC, instead of doing the sensible thing and just delaying the game. You know, push the game back like 6 months and make everybody unique.
Welcome party?
And then add like more weapons or something. That would be really cool. But they're not doing that, and that's the issue. I don't care about strikers. It's not my kind of game. Yeah, people have a right. People have a right to protest and be pissed off. You know, we're not supposed to be subservient to corporations just because they make the games we like. If we don't like the business practices they're doing, we have every right to call them out for it. Stupid to say all the people that don't like the fact that there's clones are like idiots or something. It's real double standards, because if it was something else, they would complain about that too. No, there's no characters in the Season Pass, it's all weapons. They've already announced the contents of the Season Pass. People need to stop settling for less in video games. That's what really bothers me. Like, I get all those complaints saying, oh, it's weird that you get sick off bad frame rates for Age of Calamity. I'm like, well, yeah, some people are sensitive to poor frame rates, and I am. I physically cannot play that game because it runs bad. And people saying they have, like, no issues and stuff. It's like, you must be blind. The game runs at, like, 15 FPS. Like, how in any definition of the word is that acceptable for the kind of game it is? 15 FPS is, like, barely acceptable for, like, a walking sim, let alone something with, you know, gameplay. I don't know, it just bothers me how people can be so subservient to corporations when corporations are not your friends. They're a business and they're out to make money. And if they do something that pisses you off, you have every right to call them out for it, because you're a consumer. They make millions off us, we have every right to be pissed off when they don't provide what we expect, which in Samurai Warriors 5's cases, actually having unique movesets when you cut the roster in half. The gamers do have very unrealistic expectations when it comes to video games, but when you cut the roster in half, I think it was pretty realistic to expect that there were not going to be any clones. I don't really think that's really out of the question. It's one thing when people want, like, 200 characters in a Musou game and stuff, but when you cut it down to under 30, and there's still clones, there's obviously a problem there. I get a lot of those comments on the Age of Calamity videos. That's another reason why I stopped playing that game. I got tired of all the Zelda fanboys complaining that it's weird that the game makes me sick and that the frame rate's fine and they have no issues. I'm like, okay, you must be blind. That game runs like garbage. It's a great game, don't get me wrong. I like a lot of the gameplay decisions they made with that game, but from a technical standpoint, it's a shit game. It barely functions. Yeah, easier to not think for yourself. Yeah, exactly. People have a very childish, like, outlook on accessibility. You know, just because a game works fine for them, they think that the controls are fine and the frame rate's fine and stuff. And it's like, well, you're lucky to be able-bodied. Not everybody can play video games on the same level. That's a problem with the series of the game I'm playing right now. DMC games have terrible accessibility because the control scheme is so convoluted. And they could make a few minor changes like this and make things a lot more accessible for people who have physical disabilities in their hands. Likewise, an action game should always run at 60 FPS, at least. That should be the minimum. The thing about me, and the way that I run this channel, is I don't pull any punches because I'm not sponsored by anybody. I don't get outright paid to play anything on this channel. You know, pretty much all of it comes out of my pocket or when you guys decide to donate to me. That's how I keep the channel running. I don't get paid to shill anything. It's better for me to just be honest. If I don't like something about a game, I'm going to tell people about it because I value honesty in content creation and not just being a mindless shill. It's one good thing about being a nobody. A nobody on YouTube. I don't really have any reason to not be honest about the games that I play and what's wrong with them and warning people about them. There's no reason for me to not do that. I'm glad that you guys appreciate that I'm honest. You know, I didn't take like a $500 check under the table to say, I like this game. I didn't get paid jack shit to say anything positive about this game. I put the work in to make an account with my own personal information, and I'm just playing it because I enjoy it. And I've also talked at length about the problems it has.
Click the buttons to evade the scattered ice down the hill. Now,
Will I be playing KOF 15? Yeah, probably. That's why it's like it's, as a content creator, you're supposed to always disclose when you're sponsored, but a lot of the really shady ones don't do that. They hide it.
Surge of Fortunas will drive the lift up if being active.
Oh, there you are. Ferris wheel. I like it.
I'm pretty sure Capcom's happy with this game because it's wildly successful,
Not
and even
working? Other bits
hardcore
must be
character
around.
action game fans like me are really enjoying it. They actually managed to make a good game on this platform, which is not easy. Could have easily turned this into a turn-based auto-battler with flash animation, probably made the same amount of money, but they actually put effort in having parity with the console games, which is something to be commended. So a lot of times they take really popular ancient franchises like this and they just turn it into some turn-based auto-battler garbage. The fact that this is a legit character action game with the advantages of a service game is pretty damn cool, and they deserve the success they're getting. Like that BlazBlue game. The BlazBlue game on mobile is just another turn-based auto battler with cheap animation. There's like nothing interesting about that game at all. Besides the fact that it has BlazBlue characters. That's what a lot of these, when they try to take like really popular game franchises and put them on phones, it's usually what you end up getting. This is actually like a legitimate effort, making something that's actual gameplay. It's like it's an actual video game. Especially since this game doesn't have cooldowns or anything either. One thing I really dislike about this game, though, is the camera does not follow the same rules as a traditional DMC game, so... Like I got hit there, sometimes you get hit by projectiles you can't see. And there's like nothing on the UI that tells you that... someone is trying to aim at you. It feels really unfair sometimes. I think that's one thing they need to improve. They need to make the camera function like it does in the mainline games. It feels pretty unfair when a ranged enemy respawns and they're on the other side of the room and you can't see them. Yeah, that's what most of those games end up being. They're shit.
Hey guys, I can smell your stench all the way upstairs.
Yeah, the fish. It's gonna be a fish boss coming up. Pretty bad boss. I'm gonna get, I think, what, like 4 more chances to get the Beowulf after this? And then I think I'm gonna check out the KOF All-Star stream after this. I'll probably do some more of the story mode when I'm at my kitty sitting job in a couple hours. I'm gonna be going over there around 7, so I'll probably continue this second playthrough over there. Probably only for a little bit, though. I want to try to get the pity today. If I can get the pity today, then that's probably when I'll just stop playing this. Just wait for the next... I think there's going to be an open beta next. should hack my Vita at this point. I'll have to look into that. I know there's a couple cool fan patches for Vita. I should look into that. I think the version I have can be hacked. I'm not sure if it can be. I haven't looked into that scene for a while. I have two Vitas. I have the legit one and I have a jailbroken one. But I don't really use the jailbroken one anymore because I have the phone. And the phone can emulate way more stuff than the Vita. Thinking I was going to give that to my friend Ryan. He wanted an emulation device. I could offer that to him. I'll have to talk to him today after I'm done. And I bought like pretty much all the games in my preferred genres on the Vita, so if I can hack my own one, that'd be pretty cool. I'll rip all my games off there. Alright, 4 more chances. Will this be the one? Will this be the one? I don't even care if it's legendary at this point. I just want to try the damn weapon out. They did some really cool stuff with Beowulf in this game. There's a lot of new moves and unique properties and stuff. I'm hoping the game will let me try the damn thing out. Get anything new in here? Negative.
You have to be more careful.
Hey, you're back already.
I need 10 more for pity. 10 more for pity. Yeah, they already said they're gonna add like original characters and stuff. Probably add like Lucia and other random shit like that. Nothing. 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 Wow, man. This game does not want me to try out my favorite weapon. It's just like, nope. Well, let's see. I'm on chapter 6 right now, so by the time I get to 11, which might happen tonight, I should have the pity. And if I don't get it from the pity, I'm just gonna give up. That's about all I can really do, since I can't use the cash shop. Keep in mind they're only charging like $4 for the legendary weapons. It really doesn't cost much at all. It's just as a foreigner that does not have a passport, I can't use the cash shop. So I'm really desperate to try to get to the cash shop when it comes out officially. Yeah, they're probably going to add, like, Lucia and stuff. I think that's going to be pretty cool.
Meliodas is the dragon's sin of wrath. He bears the mark of a dragon on his left arm. And here he is. He looks like a little boy, but he is actually very old. He has power because he is a demon. And he's going to be very effective in PvP. So I do want to look at this version of Meliodas, his core effect. Now, this is the normal Meliodas, not Tavern Master Meliodas. And this Meliodas is going to be very good in PvP. So if we look at his core effect, now reminder, this is a development build, so everything I show you may change, but it's a good indication. Now, for those of you who are familiar with Meliodas, his main ability is called full counter. And so he's going to be able to counter whatever someone throws at him.
Alright, whatever the hell this anime is.
Of his core effect's going to be. And this one has two purposes. One is
I have no clue what this anime is. I've never heard of it.
This is going to be able to apply darkness damage on people.
I just want to see if there's any cool cards or something.
Last about 6 to 7
Character
seconds.
designs look really lame.
As long as that darkness damage is applied on the opponent, every active skill that Meliodas lands is going to do an additional...
So they're going to be on for like another 20 minutes, so I'm going to watch this and then I'll probably go back into DMC.
Land an active skill on someone who's afflicted with darkness. But what's even cooler is his PvP exclusive that embodies what full counter really means. And that says that if he is hit with a blast active skill, he's going to have a 20% chance to reflect 15% of that damage. So if anyone's launching blast skills at Meliodas, be prepared. You're going to get some of that damage right back at you. So his skills here, his first skill is called Glitter Shoot. This one's going to stun the enemy. It's also going to increase Meliodas' attack for 7 seconds. Now, Knee Crush here is very good skill. This is the one that's going to apply that darkness damage. It's also going to have a chance in PvP to strip the enemy of their super or hyper armor. So with Knee Crush, you're going to be able...
Oh, I don't know anything about this at all. I don't really care.
Apply the blackout on them.
They seem very PvP focused, so
darkness application. You're also
doesn't really interest me.
You have a 40% chance to do that. And then lastly, his
I'll drop this game hardcore when Pinnacle of Combat comes out, because that game is way better than this.
Skill set here. If you want to see what these skills look like, first off, virtual body doubles here. Good gap closer. That's going to apply super armor on him. Glitter Shoot here is the stun. And then Knee Crush is going to have a 40% chance of PvP to take off that armor. And then it also, you can see Knee Crush applies that darkness damage for 6 seconds. Now, his finisher skill, Enchant Hellblaze, also applies darkness damage, as you can see. So he's got 2 ways of applying the darkness damage. And once that darkness damage is on them, you can use your other skills to apply bonus damage. Very good. This is why he beat me so badly when I fought the 7 Deadly Sins. So there's also one other version of Meliodas. This is the one you're going to unlock day 1. He is better for PvE. He's got similar skills, but instead of the knee crush, he has a spinning slash skill that's going to gain him super armor and inflict 30% attack as bleed damage. He also has a different core effect, and that one is called Lost Vein, and that's going to gain him 20% power when combo count is 10 or above. So he's really great for PvE. As you know, you're going to be hitting lots of enemies, increasing that combo, and then you're going to be able to do extra power. You're going to gain extra power when you raise that combo count. So very good for PvE version of Meliodas. You can see his leadership skill here is to increase green element fighters, and the other version of Meliodas, his leadership skills to increase the 7 Deadly Sin fighter attack by 55%. So great leader, no matter who you have on the team from the 7 Deadly Sins here. While the other Meliodas can match better with other characters who don't necessarily have to be in the 7
Hey,
Deadly Sins,
fuck off.
as long as they're a green element.
Can't ban this guy anymore?
That is
Yeah, don't click on
the
that
one
link.
and only Meliodas. You're going to want to get both versions of him, and you're going to want to especially get this PvP
Trying to hook me up
version
with exposure
so you
bucks.
can, become number 1. There we have it. Now, the next character I want to show you.
If you buy those
is
bots, they just
Meliodas'
ban you
waifu,
anyway.
As you know, her name is.
All that ever
Elizabeth.
happens is they people come into your chat and
She is
wonder
a
why.
goddess.
Hey,
And
you're
we're gonna
playing
check
like
out
some random
the
indie
trailer.
game,
Let's
or
see
you're
that
playing
one.
like a 30-year-old NES game. Why do you have like 8,000 viewers?
New challenger.
That's all that happens when you buy view bots.
こういうことをするのは初めてなので、行ってきます。
I've seen it happen to some people. They actually get view botted against their will, and all anybody does is like, dude, why do you have like 10,000 viewers playing Battletoads on the NES? It's not the kind of game you would expect to get 10,000 viewers for. That's all anybody brings up. It's like really awkward, especially when you don't pay for the bots yourself. Somebody else is a dick and does it to you.
Hello, everyone. So here we have Dancer Elizabeth. This is the version of Elizabeth that's going to be pretty good for PvP, although she's going to have a tough time against Meliodas. And I'm going to show you why. Her core effect here is called Together with Hawk. And she's going to have a 50% chance to reset her blast active skill cooldown upon landing her skill called Pork Shoulder
Yeah,
Bomber.
thank you.
Now what this means, let me show you her skills. She actually has 3 skills. 2 are blast active skills. So essentially she's going to use these 2 blast active skills to fight from afar. And then she can run up to the opponent and use Pork Shoulder Bomber to gain super
What
armor.
the hell is this
and
anime with
reset the
a
cooldown
pig?
of those blast
What the hell am I
active
looking
skills.
at?
So she's going to be able to spam
What
a
is
lot of
this?
blast skills as long as she can land the Pork Shoulder Bomber on you.
Random.
However, as you saw, Meliodas can
What the
reflect
hell am
blast
I
skill
looking
damage,
at?
So that's going to be no good for her.
Some pig anime? Anime with a pig?
However, here we go. If she lands this skill, she's going to remove buffs from the target's active skills. So she'll actually be able to cancel out the ability for him to gain super armor or any other buffs. So that's interesting. And in PvE... Oh wait, that's the different skill. Alright, so... Here we have it. Super Leftover's Breath, which is a blast skill, is going to deal venom damage. And Super Roast Illusion is going to have a chance to ignore the target's guard. So there we have it. Let's check out how she works here. So, there's those 2 blast skills.
These characters look
First one.
lame. Is this like a
Top roll,
popular anime
hits you
or
from
something?
afar.
They all
Next
look really
one,
lame.
Apply some poison damage, also a blast skill. Now, then if you then hit them with this skill here, it's going to reset those blast skills, so you're going to be able to spam. But be wary of Meliodas. And then, of course, you've seen Roast Pork Big Pinch counter when I was playing in Team Relay. So let's check out Super Salami Dash. And there we go. She's gonna get on top of Hawk. That's pretty awesome. So that is Dancer Elizabeth. Got a really interesting combo about using blast skills and resetting the cooldown.
This character looks incredibly
Will
stupid.
be helpful for PvP. Here's the other version of Elizabeth.
Leak
Just call
KOF
Elizabeth.
characters instead of
She's gonna
these
be
people.
better for PvE.
They're
Look at her
lame.
core effect. It's called Cycle of Life and Death. It's going to gain Elizabeth's super armor for 2 seconds and 30% power when her HP is 40% or less. So she's going to be good at coming back. There we go. Someone did say... Oh, actually, never mind. All right. Let's check out those skills. So we still have Super Roast Illusion and Pork Shoulder Bone.
Yeah, thank you. I'd rather prefer that than
Chorizo Strike.
these anime people.
And that's gonna decrease damage received by 70 seconds.
They all look really
And it's gonna
dumb.
increase power charge rate. Super awesome. And that's Elizabeth.
But I'm also a
Two versions
boomer
there.
millennial, so
First version leadership skill.
I haven't
increases
watched anime
balance
in a
type
very
fighters, so
long
she's gonna be
time.
great if you put her on a balanced team as leader. And second version is going to increase all fighter attack by 30%.
Alright, I'm gonna multitask here. While he's doing this, I'm
No
gonna
matter who you put on.
clear a couple chapters on DMC on my phone.
That's
That way I've got
Elizabeth,
less to
everyone.
do tonight.
Next up. All right, we have the one and only Giant, who's been shrunk down for KOF. You know her. Her name is Deanne. Let's check out that character video.
Here comes a new challenger!
You know, I question how they could top how power crap the Seven Knights characters were, and it seems like I got my answer.
Welcome back.
Seems like these characters are busted for
Yes, this is
PvP.
Deanne. She's known as the Serpent Sin of Envy.
But if you're a logical person and you don't care about the
Meliodas.
PvP in this game, then
But
these
King
characters
is
don't seem that
actually been
great.
in love with her for hundreds of years.
You don't seem to offer that
Some
much.
Interesting dynamics there amongst the group. Deanne's been shrunk down from her giant form.
They really don't seem they don't seem that
spectacular.
spectacular to me.
As you can see here. Her core
Which is
effect
fine
is
because this
creation,
game's gonna get dropped
and
hardcore
that's gonna
as soon
deal
as
additional damage to the target when they're stunned. And as you can see,
Pinnacle of Combat comes out.
All right.
I probably
First
won't
off,
play this game anymore.
This skill gains super armor. It's called Heavy Metal. Fillet and Roast is going to stun the enemy. That's that stun skill. It's also going to decrease the target's defense. And then Sand Whirl here is going to increase attack and disable the roll. So got some interesting utility here. Let's go see what those look like. Heavy Metal. Pretty good punch combo. Knocks down the opponent. Fillet and Roast, she's going to use some of that earth to send an earth golem after the enemy. And Sand Whirl, going to punch down, create a shockwave there. Let's see, we've seen creation, so Hammer Rush here is going to use that big hammer to do some massive damage. And you got Deanne, everyone. Her leadership skill is going to increase defense type fighters' attack and defense. So she's going to be a great leader for your defense team. I'm a fan of the character. She beat me up too, though. No hard feelings. That's the end, everyone. We're currently sitting at about 1970 viewers. Next unlock happens at 2,000. So come on, we only need 29 more people to unlock that. Tell everyone, come on. We need more people. We still got some more characters to go over. And we want to get you all some more rubies before we wrap up here. This is the 7 Deadly Sins and the King of Fire is also everyone. And I am Fallen King Travis here. All right. So now, next up in the lineup is the one and only Borson of Gluttony, Merlin. Let's check out that character guide.
Here comes a new challenger.
本題に入ろう。そこどけそこどけ。ランダムボールランダムボール。エクスターミネイトレイ。
These characters are lame. What the hell anime is this? Is this like even a popular anime?
Welcome back, everyone. We're
I
at
never heard of it
100
before.
Viewers now. You did it. You got more people to come. You've unlocked 400 more rubies. Let's get to 2,500 now. We're gonna unlock more rubies then, and if we get to 3,000, you all get 1,000 more. So come on, we're just about there. Let's just keep telling everyone to join. We have Merlin. She's the Borson of Gluttony. As you know, she is the greatest mage in Britannia. Before joining the Seven Deadly Sins, she served King Arthur, who was the new king of Camelot. And she joined up. She's got magical abilities. She's pretty powerful. Let's see what that core effect does.
Well, I'm an old fart, so I haven't watched anime since like freshman year of high school.
Upon landing a basic attack.
I haven't watched anime in forever, so it's all like kind of Greek to me. They look like really lame characters, though.
Basic attacks.
They don't have cool
really
designs.
well
They all look really generic.
She has a variety of ways to deal darkness or chill damage, including her basic. Her elemental chase skill is going to have a 30% chance to reset the cooldown on her icicle castle skill. And it also has a PvP exclusive that's going to make it so the target cannot activate buffs from active skills for 3 seconds. Her icicle castle skill is going to gain her super armor. It's going to apply cold spell, which is going to deal chill damage every 1 second for 6 seconds. And then lastly, random ball here. This is a little bit of chaos coming at you. You're going to be able to deal one of the following: either burn, bleed, poison, chill, or shock. It's going to be random depending on, you know, what she chooses. And it's going to have a 100% chance to ignore the target's guard. It's also going to decrease damage received by 70 seconds for 4 seconds. So that's pretty good because it's not a hyper or super.
I'll probably check this out tonight. I might check this out tonight. I'll see if I feel like it.
And we're now at 2150 viewers.
Actually, I think it's not going to be up until later tonight, huh? It's not going to be up when I'm at my kitty sitting job. It would be when I get home.
Merlin here.
So I'll probably play DMC and then some emulator stuff tonight. My kitty sitting stream. Might be 3 streams today, folks. We'll see how I feel. I feel better today than yesterday.
Elemental chase here.
Might be up for more.
That's going to reset the cooldown on Icicle Castle. So, let's say you probably did Icicle Castle first. That's going to apply the chill damage. You could reset the cooldown with Elemental Chase. And then with Random Ball, you can apply 1 random type of damage. As you can see, I just applied flame damage. But next time, maybe not so
yeah, people want to see the Kingdom Hearts port tonight. You guys can, and you want to donate, you can.
Well, it's not so
supposedly that comes out tonight. I'm morbidly curious. I think I might actually like that game with mods.
Exterminate Random.
But I don't have the cash to get it right now.
I'm a fan of Merlin. She's got quite the skill set. And there you have it.
Low on cash monies till the first.
Show off. I want to see more.
I still haven't
come
received my
check
stimulus
that out.
either, so that's made
Two of my
things hard on
favorites,
me.
King and Bond. Come join us. We're showing off the final 2 characters of the 7 Deadly Sins collaboration. You all want these characters, especially if you're a fan of the anime. And I want to give you all more codes, so tell everyone to come join. So, next up, everyone, is King. So let's check out his character guide.
Here comes a new challenger.
老いだから逃げられると思ってる。
These characters look so lame. They look so generic. Their fighting styles suck too. What is this? Why do they all look so generic? Can they pick like a more interesting like franchise to collaborate with? What the hell is this guy? He looks like a Fortnite, a kid Fortnite player.
As you can know, he is the Grizzly Sinisoth. He's also the king of the fairies. And his real name is Harlequin. His core effect here is going to be Disaster. And that's going to have a 50% chance to deal Starlight damage, equal to 2.2 times a target's remaining Starlight damage. Once you deal that additional Starlight damage, it's going to remove the Starlight effect and decreases power by 10% upon landing a skill on a target in Starlight. So it's going to decrease that target's power. There you go. His first skill is called First Form Chastiseful. That's going to apply that Starlight damage, and it's going to last 7 seconds. It's also going to increase attack. There we go. The next skill here, Third Form, is going to petrify the enemy and have a chance to reset cooldowns. And Second Form here is going to gain King Super Armor and deal Starlight damage. So let's go see just how that looks. First up, he uses his Spirit Spear. Nice little range skill. Second form here, you're going to be able to use your giant bear pillow, knock down the enemy, and then lastly you can fossilize. Let's check out his finisher skill, Fifth Form, Increase. This is going to have hundreds of spears come at them. Quite scary. And then lastly, my favorite, Fourth Form, Sunflower.
I don't think this game will last much longer, honestly. Doesn't seem like it's got much lasting power.
Destruction. I took one of these straight.
If they have good cards, maybe I'll try to get them. I don't really give a shit about these characters. They're random nobodies to me.
And that's King.
Not my thing at all. They need to have like a boomer-friendly
so we have that in common.
like franchise.
I do want to mention, everyone,
this is not a boomer-friendly franchise. I don't know what it is.
At 1 a.m.
I'm too old.
On March 31st, so be sure to use them before that time. We've given away 2 so far. We're going to give away more very soon. But we can give away even more if you tell your friends to come join and raise that number up. 2,500. We're at about 2,200 right now. So we're getting close. We got one more character to show off. He's one of the coolest, edgiest 7 Deadly Sins members. His name is Bon. Let's check out his character video.
Here comes a new challenger.
しゃあねえな。絶対負けねえ。
Okay, that's the only guy that looks somewhat interesting. I'm not even watching this. I'm playing DMC on my phone right now. I'm multitasking. I'm mostly just watching this for the codes.
Welcome back, everyone. We have Bon. His leader skill is going to increase attack type fighters' attack by 45%. He's got a core effect called Snatch, and that has a PvP exclusive, and that's going to increase attack by 35% for 5 seconds, and remove the target's attack increase effect upon landing an active skill. His skills here, as you can see, are Vanishing Kill, Brutal Assault, and Straight Shot. Vanishing Kill is going to increase target damage received, and it's going to ignore Guard. Brutal Assault here is going to gain Super Armor and decrease damage received. And Straight Shot is going to have a chance to reset cooldowns and inflict bleed damage. So let's go check those out. We're at about 2,200 views, everyone. So we're inching closer to the 2,500 viewer goal. I'm going to be giving away those codes very soon. But let's see these skills by Bond. First up is Vanishing Kill. It's going to do a nice little whip attack. Brutal Assault. Multiple punches followed by a knockdown. And lastly, Straight Shot. Also, flurry of punches. Let's also check out Physical Hunt here. Pretty cool. And lastly, Fox Hunt. Oh, very cool. That's where he saps the power there and he destroys it. Super cool. These are the 7 deadly sins, everyone. They're entering the world of the King of Fighters All-Star.
They're giving away codes, yeah. That's the only reason I'm really watching.
You can get them all now, very soon. In this next
Sometimes
update,
they show leaks when they
out
do these too. Like sometimes
very soon, you're gonna be able to
he
unlock
scrolls
all these
through the characters and you see ones they haven't announced. That's like the main reason to
Let's see.
watch.
For those of you asking, the summon box
More interesting
has two
characters than
phases.
these
The first one
these
includes
animes, whatever they're
Tavern
from.
Master Meliodas, Dancer Elizabeth, King, and Deanne, and the second phase includes Elizabeth, Meliodas, Merlin, and Bond. And there you have it, everyone. Last thing I want to mention, we currently have this carnival going on. As many of you know, it's going to be lasting until tomorrow, so be sure to check it out before it expires. You don't want to miss out. And that, everyone, is the 7 deadly sins in the King of Fighters All-Star. Very exciting.
Not really.
Comes out very soon.
Not for an old fart like me, at least. It's not exciting.
For Coupon.
I don't know who these nobodies are.
Alright, let's go to host cam. Okay, so before I give out these codes, I want to mention something. It's a bit of news for you all. I've been doing a lot of thinking. I got beat up very badly. I thought I was ready for anything. And the 7 deadly sins came in. They showed me I'm not ready. And you know, I still want to regain my heavenly status. And the only way I'm going to do that is if I win the next King of Fighters tournament. So it's a hard decision, but I've decided I need to take this seriously. And I'm going to be going off to a very special training camp to learn to be the ultimate
train the mountains
fighter so that I can win the King of Fighters tournament and regain my heavenly status. As many of you know, I used to be heavenly and I accidentally drank demon blood, and I've been wanting to go back to that. So unfortunately, my training does not leave room for me to train and host this show every month. So starting next month, my training begins, and there will be another host stepping in to live stream monthly with you all while I work on becoming the next King of Fighters. So I'm very confident this new host is going to keep you all very happy and continue to bring you all Ruby codes. I've had a very great time live streaming with you all for over a year. We've had
Damn, Travis is gone?
I've given away lots of rubies, and now it's time for me to win the King of Fighters.
Like downsizing as a company or something?
And I'll still be around. I hope we could share progress of how my training's going.
Damn, that's heartbreaking.
I've had a great time.
He does
with
a pretty
you all,
good job.
And this is going to be my last time I give away codes, and I want to give you all these codes. So, we reached about 2,200 viewers.
You put them on in the game,
you guys
on the
are
main
awesome.
screen.
I've had a great time with you. So here we go. We're going to give away 2,200 more rubies right now. You're going to get 3,000 total. First one, 100 rubies. This one's called Boar Hat Rubies. As you know, the 7 Deadly Sins Tavern is called the Boar Hat. So here we go. Next up, 200 rubies is going to be Fight Festival. Fight Festival, everyone. Enter that one. You get 200 more rubies. Next up, for 300 rubies, everyone, we have Ruby Demon Blood. There we go. Ruby Demon Blood. You got 300 more. Next up, 400 more rubies. I just love giving you all rubies. Next one is Kingdom's Riches. Kingdom's Riches. There we go. You got 400 more. Next up, 200 more rubies. This one's going to be Gift from Tavern. Gift from Tavern. And lastly, the cherry on top, the 1,000 rubies. This is 7DS collab. Would you look at that, everyone? You have 2,200 rubies right here.
All right, spoilers. I got 2 more books on DMC, and I got nothing.
From the giveaways.
It's multitasking.
And you have now received
I need 9 more for pity,
before I go
so
off to training camp.
that essentially means I need to clear 4 more chapters, and I'll be done.
It's been a pleasure, everyone. I'll still be around. Just gotta take this training seriously. Next time you see me, I may be holy again. I'll have my heavenly status restored. I could be heavenly Charles once again. You've seen me through it all, and you all are the best. Continue showing up to these live streams. We have more we're gonna be releasing over the next several months, and I'll be there in spirit. You all are the best. Let's see. Shout out to Lady Zero on Twitch, YU on Twitch, Alicia on Twitch, Sock Monkey on Twitch, Vince on Facebook. And shout out to Van X, one of our best supporters. You guys and gals have all been amazing. Wish me luck in my next chapter of training. And enjoy your rubies. And enjoy the 7 Daily Sins Collab. You all are awesome. It's been an honor. Take care. I'm Fallen King Travis, everyone.
It was kind of depressing.
Enjoy your rubies. And I'm signing off.
Alright, let me enter these codes and I'll go back on DMC for a bit. So hold on. Change scenes here. I gotta put these in because otherwise I forget. They're only active for like a day. You gotta do them like right away. So let me do this really quick. Just give me a few seconds. I cleared 1 chapter while he was doing that. I like how some people said you should get them because there's going to be content you can only clear with them, and it's like, well, they've already done that before. And then they're just going to add more special signature characters, which are more busted. Seem like they're more PvP focused, which makes me not care. And they look really boring, too. They don't have appealing designs. They look very generic. Alright, I'm on the last one. Just give me a second here. Alright, I've got like 8,000 rubies. See if they have like good cards or something. Otherwise, I don't really care. Best of luck for Beowulf. Yeah, I've had garbage luck. It's really only a problem because I can't use the cash shop. I'm hoping I can fix that somehow. Maybe somebody with a passport will let me sign up with theirs or something. I might be able to swing something like that. Probably tip them or something. That seems like the most likely outcome. The hitbox on that. A little bit suspect. Yeah. You have to Skystar out of that move, otherwise it'll always hit you. The hitbox is very large. Doesn't seem like jumps have that much iframes in this game either. It's just one thing that feels a little off. Like in a traditional DMC game, you'd be able to just jump vertically and avoid that.
Oh, forgot to bring coins. Then that way.
Best thing about DMC 5 was having no puzzles. That was a blessing. So far, this reroll has been pretty shitty. I've gotten absolutely nothing of value. It won't even give me, like, an epic version of the Beowulf. I don't care about the legendary. I just want to try out the moveset before it shuts down. The game's just not wanting me to do that. I'm gonna get 2 more shots after this, so... Mostly just trying to get to the pity. When I get to the pity, I'm probably just gonna give up. I should be able to do that on tonight's kitty sitting stream. I'm only gonna need to do, like, a couple more chapters.
Yeah!
door again. But I don't need a key now.
It's like there's two different Dante voice actors in this game, and then the one they have for this, the sound alike, sometimes he speaks broken English. I wonder if he's a native English speaker. Maybe he's someone that they know in China that just has an English accent or can pull one off. I'm interested, because he doesn't speak clear English sometimes. He's missing like certain words and stuff. Like he just said, instead of "I need the key now," he said, "I don't need key now." Which leads me to believe that maybe
for the same woman.
maybe the person who does him is Chinese, but maybe they were born in America, or they're just able to pull off an American accent. It's kind of interesting to me. He's not bad at all. It's just the fact that they're using Ruben Langdon voice samples for the other stuff. What makes it sound awkward. If it was just the sound-alike guy, I wouldn't mind at all. It doesn't need to be Ruben Langdon. But the fact that some of it is him and some of it's not makes it really awkward. It'd be like one or the other, not both. Especially since I don't think Ruben Langdon can really do the DMC3 Dante voice anymore. Too much time has passed. Sound-alike's not bad at all. Like, if they were going to keep doing official stuff with DMC-era Dante, I think this guy would be a good fit.
Up we go again, and it seems that Neiman, an old friend, is not far from me.
He doesn't sound bad at all. Can't really, most English-speaking voice actors can't pull off, like, 19-year-old voices well into their 40s.
Bats swinging their wings.
That's mostly reserved for, like, Japanese voice actors. Very rare for an English-speaking voice actor to be able to pull that off. Or it's something like Bart Simpson, where they have, you know, a woman doing it. To get around the fact that males reach puberty, they can't pull out that voice for much longer. An example is, Hey Arnold. Arnold had like 10 voice actors, like 5 or 6 voice actors or something, because they hired actual kids to do it, and they'd reach puberty, and they couldn't do his voice anymore. Too greedy. GG. I think Dante's the weirdest one because they essentially have like 3 versions of him. They have the younger one, and then they have the DMC5, you know, Grandpa Dante, and then they have the new guy who actually does sound like he can pull off the age bracket that Dante's supposed to be in this game. He's supposed to be like 19, 20 at this point in the story. They honestly should just use the sound-alike. It would be a lot less awkward. I seriously doubt that Ruben Langdon, even if they could get him back, I doubt that he has the capability to sound like he's 20.
If the office shuts down, how's it going?
That's a very rare trait in the voice acting industry. At least in the English-speaking side, like America and like the United Kingdom and stuff. Generally, it's either they recast you or they recast you or they get somebody who doesn't hit puberty. Arthur on PBS, that's another example. There's been like a dozen Arthur voices because they actually hire like preteen kids to do it, and then they hit like 13 or 14, and they don't sound like Arthur anymore. They can't do that voice anymore. It's a little bit awkward. Maybe the other lines are just placeholders, and they're just gonna either use Ruben Langdon or they're gonna just use the sound-alike guy. He doesn't do a bad job. It's just the fact that he's clashing with the old voice clips is what's awkward. Alright, got nothing again.
Would you like to have a drink?
The request from Lady.
The Blood Palace challenge has been unlocked.
The Blood Palace!
Click the event button.
The Blood Palace!
Click the challenge button.
The Blood Palace!
Here, you and...
Blood Palace! Blood Palace!
If the office shuts down...
Let's go to the shipyard.
Oh, I have to do the Blood Palace. Not the Bloody Palace, the Blood Palace. Quality English. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna take a break, actually. Let's see, how much more could I get today? How many more do I need? I need 7 more, so that's 4 more chapters. It's very doable today. And then at that point, I'd probably give up. Let's load the other account. See if there's anything else I could do on there. Well, it's the same account, but it's different server. We basically did a soft reroll. I picked the wrong server. Rip. That looks really cool. Wow, super drive. Damn. You get a relaunch off that too. Cool stuff. It's a standard pause combo. Let's see, can I get Million Stab? Might be good to have that. Probably have the guard cancel it though. Actually, could just use Round Trip. Gotta get used to the new move. Yeah, a lot of the other moves cost a lot, so I'm not gonna be able to get them this beta, but they said that they're gonna fix the progression. That's why I was just kind of trying to get Beowulf at this point on that other account. You can't chain it into a launcher though, so I'm trying to figure out how I can combo off that. I might have to hit the lab. We'll see. Yeah, I like the liberties they've taken with the movesets, kind of fixing some of the weaknesses the weapons had. Also updating them to a more modern standard, because we haven't had Agni and Rudra in a game for like 15 years. Character action games have come a long way since then. It's cool that they're taking the advantage. I gotta figure out how to combo off the anti-air million stab. Might have to go hit the lab a little bit. It's not like instantly clear how to combo off it. I guess maybe if you jump cancel. Without needing a second thumb, yeah. This game is not dumbed down at all. It's simplified, but still very much a DMC game. I've only got a minute to clear this. I'm not going to be able to screw around. I don't really care, though. It doesn't matter. It matters not. Probably going to have to pop DT. Oh, that might work. No time! Full clear. Full clear. Nice. Full clear. Yeah. They definitely have taken some liberties with the controls, but the only downside about this control scheme is that there's a lot of reliance on holding a button down, and it really only have to hold it down for like barely half a second. So sometimes you get moves you don't want. Other than that, it's very satisfying. It's a lot easier on my hands. And I can still do all the stuff I could on a mainline game. I'm sure they'll probably have an option later on to maybe like change some of the inputs, or maybe let you increase the buffer for holding things down. Well, that would pretty much fix it right there. I don't think it needs to be tweaked that much. It definitely does get frustrating though when you hold the button down for a really short period of time and you get a move you don't want. Yeah, this control scheme feels like it was made for humans. Like, I can't play Nero for very long. Nero hurts my hands because of how much you have to hold the button down to do his charge shot. It, like, actively hurts me to play it. And that's why I don't play as him that much. I am getting older, so I have to pay attention to stuff like that. Nero's always hurt my hands, though, even back when 4 was out. My hands used to hurt playing as him. Maybe you could do this. Yeah, okay. Maybe you just guard cancel it. there any DMC4 stuff in this game? No. It's pretty much just 1 and 3. But this game is doing the smart thing and making this not canon, so they can take a lot of liberties. They can have like V playable. They can have, obviously they already have Virgil playable, who is Nilo Angelo at this time. This takes place after 3. It's between 3 and 1, so they can have like Lucia playable and a lot of other liberties and stuff. They can have the weapons from 1, 2, and 4, and even 5 if they want to, which I think is a very wise decision. DMC's story has not really been good since 3, so I think having to adhere themselves to canon would just be backwards. It's not necessary. It's not really necessary for them to follow canon at this point. I think they should just make a fun game, and I mean that's what they've accomplished. They can basically do whatever the hell they want, which I think is pretty cool. It's not like a Star Wars type thing where they have like all these arbitrary restrictions and shit that prevent them from doing anything people would actually want. I'll be right back. Alright, I've got about an hour before I have to go to kitty sitting, so I'm thinking I might save the rest of this for when I get back. That might be a good idea. Let me see if there's another server I can re-roll on. Curious. Oh. Yeah, Pang plays on keyboard. Pang is like a beast at DMC. He has like inhuman powers on that game. He plays on keyboard. A lot of the Korean players play on keyboard. Korea is a very keyboard-friendly country. Yeah, they're not going to have problems like that last trilogy of Star Wars movies where they're like trying to follow canon, but they can't do it very well. Obviously, they have some kind of limitations because this is an officially supported, sanctioned game by Capcom. But the fact that there's such a massive gap between DMC 3 and 1, it's like 10 years or whatever, gives them a lot of freedom to do whatever they want.
Click Leave button and the progress. Click Continue to process.
Get capped. Wonder when this game gets to the end game if you'll be able to just like play it like DMC 2. Just shoot things and they die. Where's the fun in that It's pretty rough with no moves. I have like no variety at all right now. So the Bloody Palace resets once a week, and that's going to be one of your main sources of free currency. So the first Bloody Palace did not have this guy. It's pretty fun to fight, but feels like you can kind of just ignore his whole parry mechanic. You just go behind him in Helmbreaker. It doesn't really require much else to beat him. Not a linear enemy for sure. I like that he's not linear, but it doesn't really seem worth the risk to try to parry him. And you can just do what I did there, just kind of loop him. Well, that actually worked quite well. That was quite the effective strategy. Just enemy step off the angels and hit the one in the middle. The one in the middle controls them all. If you kill that one, they all die. was this? Can you see that?
How was this? Get ready, sugar. Get ready, sugar.
Can you see that?
How's this?
I wouldn't be surprised if the voice actors aren't native English speakers. Maybe they're people that are in China that can speak English and kind of fake having an English accent, an American accent. Not an English accent, American would be more accurate. I think that's why they have random English. Probably people native to China that maybe grew up speaking English as a second language, or maybe they spent some time in an English-speaking country, so they can pull off like a American accent.
Get ready, sugar. Is that all? Get ready. How is this? Is that all? Get ready, sugar. Is that all? Can't you see that? How is this? How is this? Can't you see that? How is this? Is that all? Can't you see that? Is that all? Can't you see that? Is that all? How's this? Can't you see that? Get ready, sugar.
Nice. Now I'm just gonna let myself die here. Because all I'm really trying to do is just reroll. I'm not trying to get any farther in this. There's kind of no point. So I'm just gonna stand here and end the run. It's gonna be a decent amount of rewards anyway. It's boring doing this with only like 4 moves. There we go. You don't get any gems from doing that either. You only get like books and stuff. Books and orbs. I'm just kind of getting tired of doing the same 4 moves. Gets repetitive. As fun as it is to just aerial step infinite. I like a little bit more variety in my gameplay. Yeah, you only get gems for the weekly results. the beta is going to end before the next reset. Alright, let's clear one more story chapter, and then I'm gonna probably hop off. So I have to clock in at my kitty-sitting job in like 45 minutes. So let's do one more chapter, get another 3 attempts at Beowulf, and then maybe I'll continue playing this over there. I might wait, play something else. Kinda wanted to play some emulator stuff tonight. KOF's gonna be down, so that's not an option.
You have to be more careful. Lock.
How long is the beta going for? I think like 2 or 3 more full days. This is basically my second playthrough. I re-rolled to try to get Beowulf. What's nice about this game is they just let you buy the weapons for like $4, but I can't use the cash shop because I'm a foreigner and I don't have a passport. So I've got to do it the struggle way. So yeah, I'm gonna knock out this chapter, and that'll be it for now. I might go back online over at my neighbor's house. It depends on what's going on over there. I definitely want to eat a snack first, so it probably won't be on right away when I get there.
Hey, big guy. Better stretch it out. You're changing it up.
I don't know. I'm kind of hoping they'll just make it easier to play this game as a foreigner. If it does come to that, I will. I like this game enough that I can see myself doing that, but it's obviously not something that can happen within the period for this beta. So I got a free-to-play struggle. I don't want to play this game free-to-play, though. They're gonna put out another juicy moveset. I'll gladly just pay the $6 to get it. Then grind for a week for a chance to get it. That's deserving of my money. The best possible outcome would be that they just take gift cards. Because that's how I played PSO2 as a foreigner. I just bought gift cards. Okay, my controller stopped working for some reason. What? What happened? I don't want want to play with the shit mouse. Okay, it should save from this point. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish this chapter and do 3 more pulls, and I gotta go after that. Alright, it should save here. Maybe the controls will continue to work. Nope. They stopped working. Restart the game. I looked it up. They said it would take about a month to get one if I did have to go that route. We'll see, though. It's more likely somebody in my community would just help me, and I'd probably just pay them to load the account up. Like maybe somebody that has a passport, I could just tell them like, hey, I'll give you $20 and $10 tip to load up the account. I'm sure there's somebody that could probably help me with that, if it came to that point. Who knows if it will, though. Please don't make me do that fight again. Those enemies take so much time to kill. Come on, load. It takes forever to load, even on PC. Ah, damn it. I have to fight these boring hyper-armored guys again. Come on, skip it. Skip. I hate when you can't skip cutscenes. Controls had to bug out. Now I have to do this again. Like these stupid ogre guys, you can't do anything fun to. They have way too much health. It's boring to fight them.
Big guy. You better stretch it home.
Can you have less health, please? The loading zone was not an extra section of the level, so I had to do this shit again. I hate these enemies, they're boring.
Oh, you're changing it up.
Yeah, those enemies have way too much health. A lot of the bosses are HP sponges too, but I think they're just designed that way because this has service game mechanics. Everything's gonna get wiped at the end of this beta, so all I'm really trying to do at this point is just try to hit the legendary pity and then try to get Beowulf. That's all I'm trying to do. Past that point, I'll probably make like maybe 1 or 2 more videos for this and then just stop. Go back to playing normal games.
What happened here? How did
No, the weapons are not power creeps. It's just their stats and stuff now. Also, the weapons can be bought for like $4. These enemies are boring. They're like vanguards, but way less interesting. They're too linear. It's like one way to fight them. Boring because they burst out of combos way too much. That's why I just keep doing the same thing over and over. Try to launch them, they just burst. Very boring to fight. Luckily, I found a way to loop them, so they die pretty quickly. Come on, skip the cutscenes. I'm in a hurry here.
What's wrong with the brake system?
Yes, there are. I just don't have any on this file. This is a reroll. I'm trying to get Beowulf. They give you a free legendary at 30 pulls, so I'm hoping I get Beowulf from that. I wish you could skip these cutscenes, make it so much faster. Alright, good. It's a transition, so it'll save. One more map after this. Fight Shadow. And that's going to be the end of this stream. And I might come back and do more. I might stream at my neighbor's house too, while I'm over there for kitty sitting. I don't know if I feel like it tonight though. I've already been streaming for what, like 3 hours? Yeah. I don't know if I want to do like 8 hours of streaming today. The streams over there are generally about 90 minutes. I was gonna check out the KOF update too. The rates are pretty bad, but they let you just buy the weapons.
Strike the controller back or away from the brake.
Another one of these guys that takes so long to kill. These are the most boring enemy. Yeah, I wish this had no puzzles. Could do without them, honestly. I took a lot of great design choices from 5, except the part where 5 had no stupid puzzles. It was just fighting. It's the best thing about that game. Ah, more of these guys, man. Tired of this enemy. HP sponge. It doesn't help that I have like no moves, so I'm just repeating the same thing over and over instead of having variety. This should be the last one. Let me skip! I'm kind of in a hurry here. Come on. I hate doing this. Why do they have to bring these back? Just remove all the puzzles. Ah, come on! I wish I could just use the fucking cash shop and just buy the weapon. Instead of doing this grinding and just constantly getting nothing. Gives me a bunch of shit for Lady. I don't care about Lady. Come on, just knock it in there. I gotta go soon. Come on! God. It's like going every direction the way I need it to go. Now this one got unhooked. Just remove all the puzzles. Make it like 5. Not a single stupid puzzle in that game. Just fighting. They don't let you skip any of these cutscenes. Like, I get what's going to happen. The door is going to open. Can we speed it up, please? Should be able to skip all cutscenes. Just die! These enemies are so boring. Worse vanguards. In every way. Vanguards at least didn't burst that much. Those guys burst like pretty much every 3 hits, no matter what kind of hit it is. They burst right away, and they're very linear and boring to fight because of that. Not really a lot of chance for player expression with that enemy. You hit them 3 times, they burst, they do that flurry attack, you get behind them. Hit them 3 times, they burst, and you just repeat it. They're so easy to loop. It'd be better if they could, like, be stunned and you could actually hit them for more than a few seconds. And just burst right away. Probably gonna die on this boss. This is one of the worst bosses. It's really hard to tell what he's doing. I've got revives though, it doesn't matter. Wow, that hitbox. I call bullshit on that hitbox game. This boss is just boring too. This boss is annoying. Paper armor. Just die. Boring to fight because you can't do anything to it. Can't jump cancel off it or anything because it's too small. Permanent hyper armor. And annoying moves. Too much health. Just die! God! Frustrating. Just die! Come on! Jeez. How much is in that last pixel? I hate that boss. The same 3 moves over and over, and like, most of the mechanics don't work because it's too small. Alright, I'm gonna get 3 more tries here. And then I've got to head out of here and go to my neighbor's house. Ready to get nothing? I'm sure ready to get nothing. My luck in this game has been dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Just give me Beowulf, any kind of Beowulf. I don't care what rarity. I just want to try the weapon. Getting annoyed with this. Stop giving me this junk. Fucking shit again. Alright, 4 more for pity. Alright, let's try a gold book. Get nothing from this too. Yep, nothing. Wish I could just use the damn cash shop. Yeah, shut up. I don't care about the story.
I wanted to die. Locke, I need you to take me to...
If the office shuts down...
Any leads on Locke?
The summit trial for demon hunters is now on. Click the event button. Click the challenge button. Clear Peak trials can obtain items using for sacrifice and devil souls.
Alright, well, that's gonna do it for now, folks. How close am I to pity? If I clear 2 more chapters, 2 more chapters will do it, so... I might decide to devote some of my kitty sitting stream time to that. I'm thinking about it. Because after that point, I'm probably just gonna stop playing this. I can't really get any more free currency on the other account. I don't really feel like re-rolling again. I could do it, but I don't know. It's not really an easy game to re-roll in. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off there for now. People want to see how potentially bad the Kingdom Hearts port is. I was kind of wanting to check that out tonight. You guys want to support me, you can. I'll come back maybe about an hour. I've got to head over there and see if anything needs to be done, and I'm gonna make a snack too. I haven't eaten since lunch, so after that I might try to get that reroll done, and then probably just play some old people games. I have a bunch of emulators and stuff to play, so yeah. I will see you guys shortly. Maybe if I get some support, I'll check out Kingdom Hearts 3 tonight. I don't know. We'll see.